Alright, I think the 7 p.m. news broadcast is on right now, and since tomorrow is Christmas, we have a lot to do tomorrow, and I genuinely have not checked to see anything that's happening at all this week, so I really need to watch this. Do you hear me, BCT? Yeah, I guess. Like, I barely heard you, but I guess. Well, we are live here from the news center here in Lovey Hills. Now, here's the question that a lot of you guys are asking us for tomorrow, because tomorrow is Christmas morning, and I know some of you guys, especially those chickens that are really rich that live in Lovey Hills, talking to you, Mrs. Peepers. I know you wanted that shout out. You guys will be seeing some snow tomorrow. Here at the headquarters, I think we could see snow, and I really think you could see snow too. Thankfully, this is not going to be like a really bad system. I think there could be some areas that see a lot of it and some areas that don't see a lot of it. But I generally think Lovey Hills will probably get at least 5 inches out of this. So I hope you guys are ready for this. Get your shovels ready. Get everything else you need ready, because we have to deal with some snow tomorrow before you leave to go to Christmas breakfast. And if your name happens to be Falcon, then how about you go help Mrs. Peepers out with the shoveling tomorrow morning, because I know she wants you to help shovel. So go do it, you lazy idiot. Hey, Mrs. Peepers, I never knew we were going to let this idiot Falcon back home. Well, did you not hear what he did? He decided to pay up all of the damages he caused, plus $800 for what he did down in Key West, Florida. So I think we're pretty good. He said he'd be a good rooster from now on. But the second he decides to do something stupid again, he's getting kicked out of the house. He said he's going to do better for himself. I have high faith he can do it. After the scare last time, he could be going away for 8 years if he decides to do something stupid. So BCT, don't worry about it unless it actually becomes an issue. Then I'll talk to all y'all about it. But thankfully, this isn't a big deal. Alright, that sounds good enough. Hey, Lovey, did you hear what happened with Mrs. Peepers and Falcon? Nah, what happened between them, bro? Mrs. Peepers is apparently gonna let Falcon back home. Did he do what he needed to do? How long was he sentenced to prison for? I wasn't there at the trial. $800 plus the damage he did to us. So he's gonna be coming back home tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna do. We don't have any room in this house. I mean, we could throw him up in the attic. That's fine. He probably won't disturb us up there. Alright, I'm gonna go call Falcon really quickly and see where he's at right now. Alright, please pick up, Falcon. I really need to talk to you, bro. Alright, there we go. Hey, what's going on, Mrs. Peepers? Where are you at right now? Well, I'm actually in bed right now. I'm about to go to bed. Where are you at right now, bro? I'm in, like, BCT Bridge, still driving home in my truck. It's gonna be at least, like, 2 hours and 40 minutes until I make it to Miss Grey Cloud's house. But I'll be there first thing tomorrow morning, if that sounds good for you. Alright, that's fine. And just remember, Falcon, do one thing stupid and you'll be right back in the place where you were. Because this is a very, very, very tight offer I'm giving you. Like, what I gave you in the core, I was being very nice on December 13th, bro. Alright, Mrs. Peepers, I understand that if I do something stupid, I will be sent back. And also, if you eat too much McDonald's, you'll also be sent back, you know? Because we're not going into debt over you buying 30,000 different burgers from one place. That's fair, I mean, I guess. Falcon, why are you stuttering, bro? Because I just naturally do that. Yeah, right. You're just getting a little bit scared over the fact that you can't have as much McDonald's and you need to actually go to the gym, okay? So the gym membership Ms. Greycloud gave you last year should be putting to good use this year. Alright, I'll see you there tomorrow. Don't be stupid. And just remember, I do not like you at all, Falcon. You are not very intelligent, and I don't think I'll ever really like you. The only reason I decided to let you here is just because I felt bad for you. So bye, and see you tomorrow. Alright, you know what? I honestly think that's fair. According to GPS, I'll be here in like an hour and 58 minutes, which is good. But you want to know what's even crazier? Is that we're going to get snow tonight. Like, at 6 a.m. it's supposed to begin snowing, and I don't know what to expect. Am I going to have to use my truck again to plow? I think so. But am I going to actually do it? Probably not. But if I have to, I have no other choice at this point. Alright, at this point, I think they don't really have to wake up till like 6:30, so you know what? I'm gonna go right back to bed. Actually, you know what? We don't do that around here. We need to be disciplined. I'm not gonna wake them up till 6:30, but I'm gonna make some breakfast. I'm gonna make not some breakfast, some coffee, like always. Like, I'm gonna need that for the majority of my day, because I, Mrs. Peepers, am quite the caffeine addict. Oh, why am I talking to myself about caffeine? I honestly have no clue what that even is. All I know is that it's good. Well, I'd say at this point, like, really all I need to do is grab a shovel and get ready for this, well, snowstorm, because I think this is going to be really significant today. Like, we're supposed to get at least a little bit of snow. Last time I checked, it's going to be, like, at least a couple inches. I'm going to need to double check and see what it is. Okay, but a state of emergency is absolutely crazy. Well, I'm going to go ask Miss Greycloud what she wants me to do. Does she want me to go plow or shovel or do something real quick, or maybe throw down a quick little load of salt? We'll see. Yo, Mrs. Peepers, what are you doing up so late this morning, bro? It's literally 5:15. How are y'all already up this morning? I don't even know. I just naturally woke up at like 4:30 because I'm super excited for us actually getting a real snowstorm that isn't that bad. Well, Lovey, I think you have a point. But how are we really going to get to Miss Greycloud's house if it's going to be this bad and we don't plow over here or shovel or do anything over here in that matter? Well, don't worry, Mrs. Peepers. We've hired somebody to just do that for us because there's no way we're going to be able to do that. So I hired him for $30 and I bribed him to come here and do it. So it looks like we're going to have somebody to come here and go do our plowing for us while we're celebrating Christmas over at Miss Greycloud's house. Alright, it's time to make myself some coffee. Hang on, Mrs. Peepers, where did you get that from? Did you not know, BCT? I literally got this for my Christmas present like 2 weeks ago. How did you manage to afford that? Well, we're rich chickens, you know? We can buy whatever we want. This was like $1,600 and I found it off of like Facebook Marketplace. So, it's fine. It works just fine, you know? It's nice coffee in the morning. Mrs. Peepers, get over your caffeine addiction. That's holding you back from holding you back from reaching 100 million. You're probably right, but I'm still gonna have caffeine anyway because I need it to wake up. If I wasn't, then I'd be waking up at 11:30 like Falcon last year. Ah yes, there's nothing like just chilling out here and watching the snow fall at 5:45 a.m. while drinking a nice hot mug of coffee. Hang on a second, it's snowing? Well, it's not sticking to anything yet, but it's actually snowing and it's not even 7 a.m. yet. So I think we need to get going to Miss Greycloud soon because travel is already looking to be a pain today. Yo guys, I think we should be getting going to Miss Greycloud's in the next like 10 minutes. Don't forget to go wrap your presents real quick because guys, we literally have to get going like right now. It's actually snowing and it is beginning to stick now. Hang on, what, Miss Peepers? You're joking. It isn't snowing an hour and a half earlier than it is, right? No, Puff, I am not joking. Have I ever joked? No. So we need to get going like right now, bro. Don't you know how quickly this could get bad? Miss Peepers, you are quite the joke sometimes. This is like 8 inches of snow at most. What is it gonna do to hurt you? Make us slide off the road. That's what's gonna happen if we don't get going right now. Don't you know that when there's less snow on the road, it makes it a little bit more slippery? Puff, please stop intervening in my conversations. But yes, let's go. And we're gonna actually meet Falcon at the house, and we're gonna determine if he can come home tonight. But he's gonna be sleeping on the couch either way. That's gonna be his permanent resting spot. Alright, it is actually looking like we do have our presents wrapped here. I'm super excited to be meeting the rest of the chicken family today at the family function at Miss Greycloud's house. And I wonder if we can come back for New Year's this year. I doubt Miss Greycloud will let us back considering what happened last year, but we'll see, man. Alright, BCT, is this present for Miss Greycloud or for What the Cluck or for someone else? This is actually for both Miss Greycloud and What the Cluck. We're going to be seeing them today, as you probably know. I wonder if What the Cluck's going to be upstairs playing up on her PC tonight. Probably not. She's gotten a lot more, friendly in the last year, if you know what I'm saying. Like, she actually attended our family reunion back in June before I went down to see the chicken. So I think that she is just fine. So I wonder if we'll be actually seeing her progress at the not Thanksgiving. Did you just say Thanksgiving, BCT? Yes, I did, and I will admit I made a mistake there. I meant to say Christmas breakfast. Okay, BCT, we know that you're an idiot sometimes, but let's just get this present and let's get going. We need to meet Miss Peepers in the garage. Hey, and Mrs. Peepers, unrelated to what we were just talking about, but why do you never touch that red car in the background? Like, it's just been sitting there in this garage, rotting away there for the last 2.5 years. Why don't you just touch it or take it out on the road? First of all, that thing has no engine, BCT, and second of all, let's just even forget that existed. I got it for like $2,000 off of like Facebook Marketplace, similarly to where I got my coffee machine from. I thought I could fix it, but I can't. I'm gonna have to wait a lot longer to fix it. Why don't you ask for some auto parts for Christmas this year, like you clearly needed earlier this year after Falcon crashed your whip? Oh, don't worry about it. I got it fixed, and it's just fine as of right now. So just get in. We need to go someplace today, and I don't know if all y'all will fit. If not, then just hop into BCT's car. She'll be driving as well. Well, it's all smooth driving so far, Mrs. Peepers. I don't know what you're on about this, oh, snow bad thing. Okay, shut it, Lovey. First of all, this snow is pretty slippery. I don't know how well you could tell, but I almost slid off the road 4 times in the last couple minutes. So that's why, first of all, we're taking it slow. And second of all, just wait till we got onto Highway 63. That highway is about as well maintained as Falcon's humor. So how about you go right ahead and drive? I want to see what happens. BCT's a pretty responsible driver. Lovey, there's a reason why you don't really drive that much in my car. So yeah. Let's just wait and see what happens when we get there. We're going to be there at like 7:30. And so far over here, we only have like half an inch. But as I said earlier this morning, not last night, just a coating of snow can really make the difference. Alright, so far we've gotten all this done. We've got the bacon, we got the eggs done, we got the casserole done. Hell, we even got the quiche done. I think we've gotten pretty well accomplished today. But there's still some things that we need to do right now. We need to prepare some food for Falcon, obviously, because he's a little bit of a picky eater. Doesn't want to eat as healthy as the rest of us chickens. But most importantly, I need to call up Mrs. Peepers and see where she's at. Alright, I'm going to call her right now, actually. No more waiting around. Yo, Miss Peepers, where are you at right now? It's like 6:20 right now. Oh, we're literally on Highway 63 right now. We're stuck behind this 16-wheeler that's going like 25 miles an hour. Oh, how much snow do you have over there? Well, at home we have nothing. Over here, I'd say we have like maybe 2 inches. Yeah, we have like 1.5 inches over here. Falcon's out there putting himself to use for once. I think he actually lost a couple pounds since we last saw him. Oh, that's crazy. I think he's gone down a lot, actually, and might have gone down a lot while doing the shoveling out there, too. And he said that the snow is really hard to move because it's like 33 degrees. But thankfully, it does, in fact, look like over here it's actually going to be mostly rain after about 12 p.m. today. So it looks like it's going to melt off. Alright, good. We're going to be here in like maybe like 15, more than 15 minutes, at least 30, 40 minutes is what the GPS puts us at 39 minutes. But I think I could easily be off by a lot. Alright, I'll see you then. I also need to contact the airplane chickens. If you don't know, Kit Kat and all those other guys that came by road last year are actually flying this year. They're flying all the way from, I'm not joking, they're flying all the way from Atlanta up to here. So they have a long flight. Last year they drove up here from Atlanta. I don't know how they managed to do it, but they did. And the other chickens just fly over from BCT Bridge. I don't know why they're too lazy to drive, but they just fly over here from there. So I'll be seeing you soon, Miss Peepers. Most of it's done. I still have some stuff left to make, but I'll be seeing you guys soon. Bye. Goodbye, Miss Grey Cloud. Yo, Puff, what are you watching on your phone right there? Oh, I'm just watching the latest morning news broadcast. And you remember what Miss Grey Cloud just said about it transitioning to rain in the afternoon? Yeah, what about it? Yeah, that's complete bogus. It's going to be the snow the whole time. Here, check this out, Miss Peepers. I can't, but I'm driving. I'll have to turn this on to the radio, I guess. And yeah, we are talking about a lot of snow possibly happening during the day today. Here at the city in Lovey Hills, we've already seen almost 1.5 inches of snow. Some people just outside of the city have already seen almost 4 inches. And it does not look like it's going to be transitioning to rain at all this afternoon. Generally, we're going to be seeing 6 to 12 plus inches of additional snow. So anything that you have right now, add about 8 to 10 inches onto it, and that's approximately how much we're going to get. Alright, I think it's time I stopped listening to the radio, because that just sounds like a literal death threat right there from the radio. Like, seriously, we're going to get another 8 inches of snow at least? That sounds terrible. Well, just so you know, Miss Peepers, that's the way it works, you know? You never really know until the actual storm begins with these. Alright, chickens, I want you guys to wait here. I'm about to go in and see where Miss Grey Cloud's at, so that way we don't disturb her. I mean, it is like 7:30 right now, so I would assume she's probably almost done. And then we're going to probably check up on the airplane chickens and see where they're all at right now. You know, I'm pretty sure they've all met at the airport at this point, so yeah. I'll be back in just a minute, guys. I just got to check up on Miss Grey Cloud, so. Well, Miss Peepers, it looks like you came right at the right time, because right now, Christmas breakfast is going to be done in like 10 minutes. So you guys are here first. The airplane chickens said they're going to be here in like 3 minutes too, so I wonder what's going to end up happening. I cannot wait for the Christmas breakfast table. And yeah, guys, you can bring the rest of your flock in. Falcon is currently in the dining room right now. He's waiting up on the snowstorm. And last time he said we have almost 3 inches here, and it's looking really like it's doing that right now. Yeah, I mean, like, is anybody surprised? Like, it's supposed to be real bad out there, you know? Yo, Lovey, genuine question, what actually happened to this little area right here? Like, I swear, this looks so much different last year. You're right. Miss Greycloud actually modified her house a lot. She had some renovations done this summer, similar to us, where we redid our kitchen and our dining room. She redid her kitchen and her dining room as well at the same time because it was cheaper to get a double deal like that. So, we had to kind of do that. But yes, they did redo this area, and I think it looks real nice, actually. So what do you want to watch, Lovey? I think we should just turn on the news. Bro, are you that simple? Like, come on, get out of here. Throw on something actually interesting, What else is there to watch? Your Christmas specials? I'm not going to watch the 30th edition of the same Christmas special every year. Don't you know that this is a Christmas special? Okay, can you please shut up? Let's just turn on the TV and see what's on the channel. Alright, well, at this point, I'd say that the Christmas breakfast is officially done. So I think at this point, I should probably end up calling in the chickens. But, literally no one is here, and it's 8 a.m. At this time last year, we were already at the dinner table, already having some nice Christmas breakfast. But 1 year later, not even a single person except for Mrs. Peeper's household is here. I just want to know where the rest of them are at right now. Yo, Lovey, why is Abro calling you right now? Like, what is happening right now? Let me answer real quick. She's calling me on FaceTime. I don't know what she's doing right now. Hello, Abro, what are you doing right now? Tell Miss Greycloud none of us are going to be able to make it. The estimate time that we're going to be able to leave our airplane this morning is going to be, literally, I'm not joking, like 7:30 p.m. So we're not going to be able to make it this year. We'll make it to New Year's. The other group of chickens that's flying from Atlanta is going to be able to get here as soon as possible, literally in the next 30 minutes. They just texted me. But just tell Miss Greycloud that they're not going to be here this year for Christmas. They'll be here for New Year's. The snowstorm's really bad. Like, over here at the airport, there's almost 6 inches of snow, and it's piling up quickly. So for your own safety, just remember that. All right, bro, I'll see you on not Christmas Eve. I'll see you on New Year's Eve this year. All right, bye. See you. Oh, wow, that's actually quite disappointing. We're not going to be able to be seeing them this year for Christmas. They're not the ones flying from Atlanta, though. They're flying from BCT Bridge when they could have, just driven there. Okay, Lovey, that's a little bit aggressive. Let's be a little bit polite to them if they're not going to make it here. All right, you do have a point, though. So, Lovey, right now you're telling me that I made all that in hopes that Abro and her group would come over here from BCT Bridge, and they're not coming. Did I hear you right, Lovey? You're right, you did. But they'll be coming on not Thanksgiving. Okay, Lovey, can you just admit that you're, drunk right now? Because, you sound stupid. I've been up since 4:20, okay? If that's fine with you, New Year's Eve. There we go, Lovey. It's about time you got something correct there. But yes, I do have to give them their Christmas presents on New Year's Eve. But don't worry, I have all of yours ready at this point, so it's not going to be too big of a deal for me personally. It's just going to be a little bit of an inconvenience when you really think about it. So, we'll be seeing them on New Year's Eve, I guess, but the rest of them said they're going to be here any minute now. I wonder if they're at the door right now, actually. Alright, Loudmouth, go ring on the doorbell. Why don't you do it, Summer? I've done it for the last 3 years. How about you go do it, Summer? Alright, fine, I guess. Actually, no. Loudmouth, ring on the doorbell. I do not care. We need to keep that streak going. Alright, fine, bro, but it's so cold. It's 30 degrees and snowing. Just because we're from Atlanta doesn't mean we can't handle the snow. Or, I think I'm wrong. You're wrong there, Summer. We already know that. You're always wrong in every single situation. Alright, chickens, Christmas breakfast is ready. Y'all can come over here, grab as much as you want. I honestly don't care how much you grab. Just finish everything, and then we'll worry about stuff later today, okay? It's getting pretty snowy out there, so you're probably going to be here for at least the majority of the day today. So grab yourself some nice Christmas breakfast, okay, guys? Oh wow, all of that and not a single thank you. Pretty typical here, not gonna lie. These chickens do not have any manners. But oh well, I won't complain about it. But hey, was Falcon just going off with at least 2,400 calories worth of breakfast? Oh, that's more than 2,400. That's gotta be 4,400. I need to confront him about this. Specifically at the Christmas breakfast table, of course. So chickens, I'm very glad we are all gathered here. Is there anything in particular you guys want to talk about? No, Miss Greycloud, but if there's one thing I really want to talk about, it's easily going to be, where is that chicken named Candlewick? She has literally not shown up to a Christmas party in 13 years. I've not heard from her since, for like years. You got a point, Puff. I personally think Candlewick is doing some side quests right now. Like, I've genuinely never heard of her. Yeah, I mean, after she moved down to, like, Atlanta, like, she just was never heard from again. I'm pretty sure she moved, though. Like, recently, she actually got active online and said she moved. But past that, that was, like, 6 years ago. I wouldn't really be calling 6 years recent, Ms. Greycloud, but oh well. Yes, I will say, I was a little bit wrong in calling that recent. But you never really know. You know, I really like these Christmas breakfast table discussions. Is there anything you want to discuss about Falcon? Well, I mean, I lost like 6 pounds of weight in the last year. Really, Falcon? That's all? As Mrs. Peepers myself, I've actually lost a lot more than that. But I'm not going to clown on you. I'm going to say good job. You actually did it, you know? You're doing great. Yo, thanks, Miss Peepers. Also, Falcon, if you ruin anything today, you are going to not be coming back home. I know you have a tendency to do it. You never know, Miss Peepers. Don't trust the people that you think can't be trusted. Yeah, Falcon, I learned that from you a long time ago, and I have very high trust issues now. You're right. What would you be trusting after I definitely did not steal $1 million from you about a year ago? You stole what from me, Falcon? Great job admitting that. Leave. You're not coming home tonight. I'm going to report you. Please don't, Miss Peepers, but it's a joke. I actually lost $1 million last year. I know it was you. What day was it? December 29th? That was the day I lost $1 million, you idiot. Great job, Falcon. You have just lost any chances of ever being here. Oh wow, there's actually some drama here at the table. You're right, Loudmouth. There is a ton of drama here. That's getting Falcon out of here. Quick, Ms. Greycloud, call the police. We need him over here immediately. Police here. We're here to arrest an individual named Falcon for stealing $1 million from Miss Peepers, which is breaking your code that we put into place recently. So, you are under arrest for violation of the code. Get over here, Falcon. Open the door. Alright, I'm coming, bro. Hang on, are you Rogue, perchance? How did you know, bro? What's going on, Rogue? I haven't seen you in a while. But first, before we talk, Miss Greycloud, we need to get Falcon out of here. So, Falcon, would you care to explain to me why you decided to steal $1 million from Miss Peepers? Because I was broke and I was trying to buy myself a brand new Lamborghini, bro. Falcon, your reasoning is absolutely terrible. That is a literal crime. At least choose something respectable if you're first of all going to do that. And second of all, just don't do that at all. It's that simple. How do you violate this code so easily? You're never coming back. This is sentenciable for up to 32 years in prison. Great job. You just tripled your sentence. Actually, no. You quadrupled your possible sentence. You idiot. Come here. Good job, Miss Peepers, for staying calm this whole time. I'm very proud of you, you know. You're actually being a respectable chicken. Unlike this one who's about to make the news in just a couple minutes, I bet. I bet he's already on the 11 a.m. broadcast at this point. Well, we've got breaking news right out of South Lovey Hills this afternoon. The rooster named Falcon, who was recently removed all his charges and was only ordered to pay $800 for the damages he did in Key West, has just quadrupled his sentence after allegedly stealing $1 million from Mrs. Peepers in December 2023. This allegedly came after Miss Peepers noticed that she had lost $1 million and had already got into contact with authorities at that time last year. But they drew no conclusive result, as it didn't appear as if anyone had actually ended up stealing money, and it might have been a glitch. So they told her that they'd keep up to date with anything, and they kept this case open for as long as possible. But in May 2024, they closed the case and determined it was probably just an error, as she had made the $1 million back. However, as of right now, it has been confirmed that the $1 million was stolen by a rooster named Falcon, who was already acquitted of multiple charges. He's currently facing potentially up to 32 years in prison and fines of up to $1.6 million, which obviously he probably cannot end up paying in insurance. Looks to be having a fun night. So what you're meaning to tell me right now is that for the last 6 hours, we believe Falcon actually had some potential to be a decent rooster. But 6 hours later, he's already removed from the house for messing up. You heard me, Lovey. You are very much correct. I should have never trusted him. I knew that by that smirk he had in the court, I knew he was probably lying, but I knew they'd give me a lot of crap for it if I didn't say yes, so I said yeah, sure, as long as he pays up his dues and all that other stuff, because he was acquitted, so I thought he was going to be a decent rooster. But guess what? He decided to be a terrible rooster now, and now he's going to be facing over 30 years in prison. This rooster, keep in mind, is 29. He's not even 30 yet, and he's already going to be throwing half his life in prison. That's crazy for stealing $1 million from me, bro. You're right, Miss Peepers. Falcon is not very intelligent. He's never really been that intelligent, and the fact that he thought he could even change is crazy. Well, you know what? It's for the better that we learn from this. We learned that trust issues should be very much a thing in the big 2024, going into the even bigger 2025. And hopefully, we get a much better 2025, personally. You're right, Mrs. Peepers. We need to learn to not trust idiot roosters like him and trust actually smart and intelligent roosters like Waldo, who actually took a real IQ test, and his IQ score was 153, which therefore proves my point. Your point has already been proven, Lovey. Falcon's an idiot. What did you expect? Hey, Miss Grey Cloud, I just want to thank you for the breakfast this morning. The breakfast was spectacular. I think it's 10 times better than what it was last year, and last year it was spectacular. Thanks, Miss Peepers. Is there anything you're telling me? Because usually when you tell me this means you're about to say something absolutely crazy. You're right, Grey Cloud. I am about to say something pretty crazy. The roads are getting terrible out there. Have you already seen? We have almost 9 inches of snow here, and it's just coming down worse than ever at this point. So I don't think we're going to be able to stay for dinner. But I was wondering if you wanted to come over to my house and celebrate dinner, and also celebrate Falcon's removal officially from our house. So yeah, I think we could do that. Honestly, that sounds like a great deal. I just got to get What the Cluck. She's currently hanging out with some of her friends over in Peepersville, so I think that's probably where she's doing right now. So I'm probably gonna call her up and say we're going over to Miss Peepers' house this evening. So yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick. You guys can get going, and I think we can also send over the Atlanta trio, over to your house as well. Does this sound good with you, Summer? Yeah, that's fine. I'll go over there. That sounds great, Summer. I'll see you in about an hour and a half. I genuinely cannot thank you guys enough for coming over to holiday dinner tonight. It's genuinely a Christmas miracle. Miss Peepers, what, Summer? Is there anything in particular we're going to be having for dinner tonight? Because I know so far you don't have anything planned, because this is kind of a last-minute plan. I have nothing planned. I'm going to call in a pizza or something like that. Something that we can celebrate, something that Falcon likes, so we can celebrate us having some of his favorite dinner without him here. Honestly, that's a great way to get back at him. Order 2 large pizzas, 2 large cheese pizzas, 2 large pepper pizzas, and 1 thick crust pizza from Domino's, and send that way over to here, Sounds like a great idea, Summer. I'm probably going to go call in the order in just a couple minutes. Alright guys, so it looks like dinner is here. I will be outside doing some snow blowing out there. So hope you guys enjoy some nice pizza, I'll be seeing you guys in a couple minutes. I gotta go do the snow blowing, obviously. Well, you know what? I'd say today was a pretty successful day. We enjoyed some Christmas dinner with the group. We had a nice Christmas breakfast. And most importantly, we got rid of Falcon for once and for all, which I think is a great thing to end out the day on. And also, I just looked at my bank account. I gained the $1 million back, which I'm very glad I did. Because I would have probably not been the happiest if I didn't get something out of this. I just got notified that Falcon's trial is going to be on February 17th, so I'll have to be there soon. But in all seriousness, though, I'm genuinely pleased that we had a great holiday this year. And by the way, guys, I hope you have a happy holidays this year, too, And because this is going up on the channel, I want you to click this video right here in the center of the screen right before I go to bed. So I'll be seeing you guys then. Goodbye.